Hello, and thank you for listening to Rivers of the Mind, Season 1.5. My name is Timmy Vilgiate, the writer and producer of Rivers of the Mind, and I'll be playing the part of Phillip in today's episode.
If you're hearing this message, it's already too late.
Before we begin, I'd like to make it clear that Rivers of the Mind is not meant to condone or promote realistic or stylized portrayals of mental illness in new media adapted for streaming platforms, Kanye West cameos, or time travel. Now, with all that said, here's Episode F of Rivers of the Mind, Season 1.5, Untitled Finale Episode.
February 10th, 2017. Time is approximately 5:35 p.m. A white SUV with dark tinted windows just passed through the parking lot for the third time. License plate from New Mexico, 034GVBO. Looks like someone in the back driver's side seat has a camera. Possibly a camera, possibly an iPad, possibly a...
Sir! God damn it! Excuse me, sir!
I'm sorry about that, ma'am.
I have been waiting for five minutes! 1, 2, 3, 4 fucking 5 minutes!
I know.
Dusty was indeed very busy. Preparations for February 11th had preoccupied his time. The voice recorder was an obvious measure to demonstrate that he was watching, but Dusty knew that that alone was not enough. He'd spent his entire paycheck, half a Bitcoin, and all of the spending money his aunt sent him on purchasing security cameras for his house and the car. He'd started downloading the video feeds at his Carl's Jr. Every day when he got home from work at his job managing the Carl's Jr., he would respond to comments on the blog and emails from like-minded individuals interested in coming to the hill country to investigate the base. Everyone was anticipating with trepidation and fear whatever had been meant by the mysterious message from the alien. Other people, also contacted by the alien, made themselves known to him. Dusty interviewed them in secret locations for the blog, either before or after work. The days were becoming long and chaotic, his nights becoming sleepless, his labor at the Carl's Jr. more and more meaningless. Deep down, he worried that tomorrow would come, and nothing would happen.
No, I don't.
Dusty did not acknowledge that he felt so, but nonetheless he did, fearing the shame, the mockery, the humiliation of having been...
You shut up already!
Having been...
Do you have the documents? Fascinating.
Now don't you tell anyone I got those to you, okay? You could really get me suspended.
Of course not. I can keep a secret. Here, look at this here. Her friends reported that she'd been seen leaving the bar with a man, described as a 6-foot-tall Caucasian male with dark brown hair. That matches the description of the last case almost perfectly.
It sure does.
Jesus Christ, who knows what they did to her? Last seen in Fredericksburg, Texas, at an intersection, mouthed the words, "Help me," to a Miss Molly Perkins while she was out walking her dog. Police never found a body.
What do you think?
It's too soon to say for sure. I'll need to cross-reference it with the other documents. If I start printing just anything, I'll lose my credibility. But, thank you.
Absolutely. So, have you still been noticing those cars driving by your work?
Yes, I wrote down the license plate numbers. Here you go. Let me know if it comes up with anything suspect. How about you?
Well, I went outside and my bird bath had been flipped over again. I caught someone on video going through my house with a flashlight while I was at work. But they didn't take anything.
We've got to stay strong, Phillip. What we're doing isn't easy. I've been at this since I was 18. Now the people are finally listening to me, they're getting scared. They're trying to shut us up. Anyway, we should talk about something other than this. How's your son doing?
He's okay. When we talked the other day, he promised me he ain't gonna touch no marijuana again. I guess he's been feeling pretty sad, though. I don't blame him. It's that damn house, I think. It just reminds both of us of, everything I was telling you about. How about you? How'd your conversation with your dad go?
He's got a parole hearing coming up in a few days. I don't know how well it's going to go.
Phillip had access to the case records. He knew why Dusty's dad had gone to prison. Now that he was hearing the narrator's voice too, he was worried he'd follow in his father's footsteps. That was what Dusty feared, at least. That Phillip was in on it all too. That somehow Phillip was driving him into some kind of trap.
Where's Grace?
Oh, she's actually got some kind of date night or something tonight.
Is she still coming tomorrow?
She is still saying that she will, but she mentioned something about her kid's soccer game or something like that. I'm not sure.
Well, if she decides not to come, I heard from a husband and wife team from Austin last night that believe their brother-in-law was abducted by the government in the 1960s. They want to join. Apparently they have some kind of infrared camera equipment.
How many do we got coming out?
Right now I've got about 50, maybe 60 volunteer investigators, plus the other groups I told you about.
Jeez. And remind me, it's the same plan as before?
Exactly. We will have cameras stationed at Angel Point. Lookout Mountain.
So my camera is super nice. The lens is super good. I spent like 8 months saving money for that thing, and it's super clear. It's amazing. It was oh my god, my camera.
And Sotheby Hill.
I actually studied cinematography at the film school. I'm kind of an expert in this. I mean, I am an expert. So, okay, I need to frame this a little better. It's just not. I'm not feeling.
No, we're not going for artistic intent here. We're supposed to be all trained on the valley, especially around the military base. But the hope is to get coverage of the general area. Drones will be sweeping the perimeter of the water treatment facility and the surrounding neighborhoods, thanks to a few good volunteers.
What kind of drone is that?
It's a Raven.
Then we'll break into observation patrols. My truck is going to be in the Mason area. Then another truck between Doss and Fredericksburg near the Topaz Hills neighborhood. Then we'll have one providing refreshments at the Walmart parking lot. All right, look, I know this is not your fault specifically, but I ordered this food truck 5 days in advance, and I expressly asked for a Gorditos with a gluten-free option. I did not ask for a Fat Tony's. I don't know how I can put this any more plainly. I don't want Fat Tonys. I wanted Gorditos. With a gluten-free option. Now, look, sir, I don't think you should be taking that tone with me. The tent on my property will be dedicated to watching the video feeds and handling communications, as well as watching the police scanners.
Disco 30. Come in, Disco 30. This is Eagle 5.
Come in, Eagle 5. What's going on? Keep watching.
10:45 a.m. and we've noticed something in the Topaz Heights neighborhood. It looks like a herd of cows is running around in a circle and around the house.
Can you get me a visual on the house?
You just want me to email it to you?
Yes, please, Eagle 5. You have my email, right?
I think so. Okay, so I'm just gonna do.
Okay. Maximize the window with the anomaly.
Okay.
Okay, now hit print screen on the keyboard.
Okay.
Okay, now can you send that to my email? patriottruth87@aol.com.
Okay. I should have sent.
Alright, yep, I'm pulling it up on my phone right now. Interesting. Very interesting. Eagle 5, can you please get the cameras focused on that area? Piranha 77 is going to continue monitoring the carbon dioxide levels at the cave. I'm going to see if I can get a thermal camera focused on the area. Keep me updated if anything else happens.
Roger that, Disco 30. Over.
Over and out, Eagle 5. Did you hear that?
The other investigators in the party nodded. Dusty passed around his phone. Well, that seems a little suspicious, but I don't know if it's really what I'd call abnormal.
Alien landings frequently cause animals to exhibit abnormal behavior. That's a known fact.
Absolutely.
Night I was abducted, my cat kept scratching out the window.
It sure did. I was there.
He was there.
Mary, can you and your son stay here and keep track of the CO2 levels? See if you notice any spikes that could indicate that their generators are drawing more power than normal.
Gunther! Gunther! Leave that squirrel alone, Gunther! I'm telling you, Gunther, put it down! You wanna get Carl's Jr. tonight or not? Let it go! And zip up your damn fly!
Are the aliens here, Ma?
We don't know yet!
I thought we were gonna get to meet the aliens!
I'm sure we will, Gunther, but you wouldn't want to meet no aliens with that squirrel blood all over your shirt. Teenagers, I tell you.
Well, we're gonna get in the truck.
So, Dusty was telling me you got some kind of, alien implant, Phillip.
But we don't know if it's an implant yet. It might have just been a genetic modification.
You know, my wife's got an alien implant.
Is that so? Turn right down here.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, they put it right in her leg. You can see it clear as day, too. Took it to the doctor. They wouldn't do no surgery or nothing. That's why we figured it was,
Lou started to doze off, like he'd lost interest in what he'd been saying, as Dusty felt himself get drowsier and drowsier. Phillip looked out the window at the trees. Dusty grimaced with suspicion, but wonder at the powers Phillip had been given. He could only imagine what must have been running through Phillip's head. Finally, he imagined, they were able to know the truth, to strip away the curtain from the deep state's clandestine experiments. But Dusty couldn't help but fear that Phillip had exuded more control over him than he even realized. that he'd been manipulating somehow. After all, he never would have expected to manage to pull off any of this on his own. They reached to the top of a tall hill, which looked out over the Topaz Hills subdivision. The cows, once maneuvering in a circle, had now begun to wrap around in a long line back over the rancher's property. Lou took the tripod and binoculars out of the car as Dusty prepared to set up the infrared camera.
Phillip, can you hand me my soda? Thank you. All right, and guys, quick, look at this.
What is that?
Oh, holy shit.
Eagle 5, how are the other feeds doing? Are they still running?
Disco 30, all feeds still operating up and they're operating normally. What is it showing on the infrared?
It's a large cold spot just behind the ranch house, and then a small warm thing in the front, almost like a vortex. A woman just got out of her car. Cows have picked up a man in their teeth, and they are now carrying him out into the field. An old rancher just came out with this shotgun, fired it into the air. The woman is hiding in the mesquite. Okay, he's talking to something. The cows are coming back around. It looks like the cold spot is actually coming from the field. I'm not sure. The resolution is grainy. How about you?
Well, we got a drone fly by just a few moments ago and we saw the cows.
All right, ready the welcoming party.
Roger that. We are readying the welcome party. Tell that field trip to stay over there. You got to get the welcome party.
Dusty? I mean, Disco 30. Looks like the CO2 just dropped pretty substantially.
Think it's really gonna happen? Like an alien invasion of some kind, or?
It sure looks like it. Look, he's talking to something now, but there's no one there. Okay, the cows just dropped the person back. They're talking. He's charging at the old man, and okay, the woman just came out with a rock, and okay, he's off balance. They're getting back in. He must be an alien. Phillip, can you look up who lives at that address in your police database?
I'm already on it.
Okay. They're going back into the house. Cows have the man again. Jesus Christ.
Looks like that's probably Jerry Parker. He's an 87-year-old male.
Oh, interesting. Jerry Parker, huh? Any government employment history?
Well... No, he looks like he's just a regular old farmer.
Yeah, sure he is. Can you take a look at the car down there? See if you can get the license plate.
Dusty handed Phillip the binoculars. I think I can make that out. Let me check.
Carbon dioxide down to practically nothing. Sort of a weird ozone-y smell down there. Some steam coming out.
Disco 30, we are getting a lot of clouds and a lot of wind.
Roger that. The cold spot I mentioned before in the sky, it's being replaced by some kind of really hot substance, peaking at 500 degrees, 600, 700. I think this might be an alien wormhole. I really think that... Wait, someone's coming back onto the porch. They're coming out with a woman. Oh God. No, it can't be. Eagle 5, can we get a drone?
Disco 30, we are still charging the drone from earlier, but I can change the batteries and I can send it up.
Phillip, look.
What? No. Oh no, that's him.
That's the same person I saw.
And he's with someone called Megan Cortez. White Hispanic female, 21 years old.
Megan Cortez and an alien. They're looking up into the hot spot, which is now approaching 1,500 degrees. It's expanding towards the ground, and it just contacted the body of the man who was being carried by the cows earlier. He's convulsing, it looks like. The alien couple looks like they're holding hands and watching very calmly. The temperature now at 2,000 degrees and rising. What? Okay, never mind. Okay, it just dropped and...
Look!
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Are you okay, Dusty?
I'm fine. Oh my god.
Dusty watched as the ground fell, piece by piece, into a great gaping sinkhole caused by the alien energy. Far in the distance, the alien had collapsed to the ground as the woman extended her hand towards the sinkhole. It continued expanding, sucking in houses and tearing open power lines. He tossed and turned, unable to sleep.
Not crazy. I'm not crazy. This proved it. I'm not. It's all real. It has to be.
He jolted out of bed and peered through the blinds. A car, a white SUV, had stopped at the mailbox. He grabbed his gun. He realized that they were beaming my voice into his mind. They had to have been. They were using him. They wanted him to publish the video, didn't they? It was all going according to plan. The voice froze. He was catching on, wasn't he? He understood.
Shut the fuck up!
Whoa! Hey, that was a pretty great episode, huh? Yeah, if it isn't me, Timmy Vilgiate, I mean, who else would it be?
Who else would it be?
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to it. We had a lot of fun putting this together. So the cast for this episode featured Timmy Vilgiate, me, as Phillip, Collin Estes as Dusty, and not to mention CJ Hackett. Oh, that note's for me. So the cast for this episode featured Timmy Vilgiate as Phillip, Collin Estes as Dusty. Oh, this is always stressful because I'm always afraid I'll forget someone. Thank you for listening. As always, if you like this episode, go to our Patreon at patreon.com/TimmyVilgiate.